أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويقعد الذين كفروا ويزلقون بأبصارهم لما سمعوا الذكر ويقولون إنه لمجنون وما هو إلا ذكر العالمين. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Nasser Rashid and you are watching my YouTube channel. This video is actually dedicated to my kids and all the kids who are watching and who have been watching my videos. Mostly they have been into the local lingo. Well, sorry for you guys. Sorry you don't know French. So I'm just doing this video in English. Especially this video is dedicated to my kids, mashallah, who have helped me throughout Ramadan in making the cooking and everything. I've shown you loads of videos about my cooking, Kentucky's wings and niblets and chips, Pakistani chips, and mashallah, my kids have contributed to this success of the cooking. So I'd like to dedicate this video for them. Now today I'm talking about a topic which is probably you must have heard from your parents or other people or local mosques and Maulvis and everywhere that the Laylatul Qadar night is today, the 27th night. And now those who have started the fast on Saturday, was yesterday. I mean, the last night that passed, and also in Mecca and Medina as well. So those who started on Saturday and their night 27 was yesterday. Now those who started on the Sunday, like us, then our night is today. So you must have heard this, the Laylatul Qadar, or the night of power, and all these, social medias, and you must be really confused, and some of them probably know. And as I've grown up like you, and I've learned that 27 night was there, and it's in the the stories and the Maulvis and all they finish in the Quran. But actually, I wanted you to tell you what exactly is the Laylatul Qadr, and what is the meaning of Laylatul Qadr, and what is the difference between this night and the previous night in the previous month, Shaban, that we called it, the night of budget and night of taqdeer and all this. So all that I've said in the local lingo, probably I would probably do it in English, but that is not real. It's mainly made up of weak hadiths and all the stories that have contributed over the years, you see. So it has come around that Shabrat in the Shaban month is the night of destiny, which is not true. This is the night of destiny. It comes in Ramadan and is called Shab Qadr. Qadr in Arabic means destiny, taqdeer, that how your life, everyone's life is different. So taqdeer is according to the destiny of your life and all that is predestined and things that you actually do, right? So this is what it's all about, and it is not the 27th night as they were claiming for years, right? So you must understand that. So it is not the 27th night. The Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu has said that you look for this night in the odd nights, the 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, and 29th, right? And people have concluded that the 27th night, and they have contributed, and some of even the companions of Prophet Sallallahu don't agree on one point. They're about 40, 40, a minimum will be 43, 45, but just to make it average, is about 40 saying the Prophet's companion, Sahabas, and that they say, one night is, some of them say is 23rd, some say is 27, some say is different. Even Imam Abu Hanifa, those who follow, these local mosques, in the central mosques, the Abandi, our local mosques is Barelvi, so they follow the Imam Abu Hanifa. You might have heard. Even Imam Abu Hanifa says that it goes all around the year. He doesn't. His saying is that it is, gone throughout the year. So it revolves around, moves around, right? So much so. So the 27th night is not the night, is the odd nights, and it rotates. Sometimes 21st during the Prophet Muhammad time, it was 21st night. Then one of the companions he told is 23rd night. I certainly believe from my younger age, I've been always looking for this night of destiny, because this is your destiny. This is the night of power, and there's a Surah 97, Surah Qadr, and which you can read that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Inna anzalna fi laylatul Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inna anzalna fi laylatul qadr wa ma adraka ma laylatul qadr. Laylatul qadr khayrun min alf shahr. Tanazzalu al malaikatu wa ruhu fiha bi izni rabbihim min kulli amrin salam. Hiya hatta matla al fajr. that we have revealed this Quran in the night of power. Inna anzalna fi Laylatul Qadr, Shab Qadr. Yes, and this is the night of destiny, and is better than 1,000 months, which is equal to 83 years or 84 years. And this night, all the angels and Ruhl Amin, the archangel Jibreel, come along, and they actually are given all the the orders for the year. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is makes everything is written in his Loy Mahfuz in the computer. How big is the computer? Allah knows best. Yes. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this night gives the orders and gives the commands to the angels for this year, for the whole year, that these people will be killed, these people will be died, they will be dead. Oh, sorry, it's a balloon. I beg your pardon. So it's a balloon, and some people will, how much will risk there, how many people will born, some will die before Ramadan, some will die after Ramadan, and all this is given to the angels. They come down and execute their orders. Okay, so this is the night. So this is a night is very important, and you should really look for it. That's why people sit in the takaf in the mosque, and the women sit at home, because every night they can pray, and one of the night, you see. So this is why it's important that it's 21, 23rd, 25th, 27th, and 29th. But the person who has narrated this hadith has said that it's according to the moon. So if the moon was the 29th, then it's the odd. And if the moon was the 30th, is the even numbers. So it goes from 30 to 28, 26, 24, 22. You see? So you don't know which night it is. And nobody is actually their own sayings or their own calculations. People have said it was 27 night, but there's no authentic hadith. Okay, during the time of the Prophet ﷺ, the Sahabas, they had dreams. You see, the Prophet ﷺ had the dream that on that night the Prophet ﷺ, it'll be raining, and when he bows down, his forehead will be with mud. You see, on his forehead. So this happened. So that was the 21st night. Then he told one of the companions in his dream that it should be 23rd night for you. So it's 21, 23rd. And then others, had dreams. So he said they look for in odd nights. So that's what people have been doing. And some of them have claimed on that night. It does come on the 27th night. So every year it could be like 27 in one go. It could be like 21, 23rd, 29, like that. You see, so nobody knows. But the only thing that whoever knows is the who sits in the mosque in itikaf for 10 days and he'll get one. Oh, it's quite easy, you see. So it's not that hard. It's not 27 night. 27 night is during the time of the companions. The fourth caliph, Hazrat Ali Karamallah Wajhu, is the fourth caliph. He's also the cousin of the Prophet ﷺ. His blood relation. He's also a companion and a family as well. So you need to understand. And his two sons, Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein al-Salam, those who have, been martyred. So, Imam Hussein has been martyred in the tragedy of Karbala. You see, so the fourth caliph is also a relative of Prophet ﷺ, is a cousin brother, blood brother, and also a companion. You see, so his state is higher, family plus companion. Okay, so you need to understand that and make differentiate between family and friends. Okay, and this is how it is. So when there was a dispute between Amir Muawiyah and Zartali, so one side there was one, the government of Amir Muawiyah, and one side was Zartali in Kufa, and Amir Muawiyah was at Damascus, the Damascus Syria that you have all the fights right now. Yes, so in Damascus, in Damascus. So what happened was that he was Zartali Karamallah Maju was murdered on the 21st of Ramadan. So it was a big shock for the nation and the people at the time and the companions. So because they had, there were differences in their battles, and obviously to dilute this death and murder, they, invented these hadiths that there was a man in the boat, and, used to go into the river, the sea, and he would find that the water is sweet on a certain night, and then they asked him which night, find it next year, and it was the 27th night. That's one also weak hadith, and it's fabricated. Okay, other hadiths they invented that is with the 27th night. So this 27th night became the hallmark during the Amir Muawiyah's time, because 21st Hazrat Ali died, and then 27th night they needed to dilute, because this is why the Amir Muawiyah was the person responsible for this dispute and fighting and killing of the companions. So in order to dilute that, they said, okay, this 27 night is the night, and this is where the Quran was released, and this has happened. So this was like, all the Qadis were gathered, and since then it's been coming on 27, 27, 27 till this day. And you would find in the mosques today, in Pakistan, and also here, and other days as well, that they finish the Quran and the Fars Quran is done. So that is true in a sense that it has happened throughout the years and they followed it, yes. But the people should understand, and you youngsters should understand, that it's not the 27th night, okay? It rotates, okay? This is what the Prophet ﷺ, even the companions don't agree. So there are so many saying that, and people just say, what is the science of it? The science, we have always looked for it, this quiet night, and you can feel it, because if you understand it, I always feel it in my judgment or my understanding. What I have is that the 23rd night has just passed, was the Shab Qadr, in my view. But Allah knows best, you see. So it changes. It's not 27 night. So all you have to do is you don't have to do much, wake up all night. All you have to do is just do tahajjud. Taraweeh is tahajjud. There's no such thing, no word taraweeh in Arabic. The Prophet ﷺ never mentioned taraweeh. Okay, there's no Taraweeh. Tarwiyah is when they rest after, when they used to read Namaz Tahajjud. Yes? So this is another thing that you must understand. Taraweeh, there's no such word in Arabic. They just invented it. Taraweeh. It means for rest. It means Tarwiyah in Arabic. Right? So the Taraweeh is a Namaz Tahajjud. Right? So just to briefly tell you about Travis history, I've said it in many local languages, but you don't understand. So the Taraweeh, the Prophet ﷺ used to read Namaz Tahajjud. So Taraweeh is Tahajjud, Qiyam at night, when you sleep at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. So he used to come and read during the time of Ramadan. He, sat etikaf. Etikaf is a sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, to get to find the Laylatul Qadar. The Prophet ﷺ said in one of these that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him which night it is, and he was about to tell the companions, and they were fighting, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him forget this, and then he said, look for the night in the odd nights. You see, the fighting and among companions and brothers and families is no good, because this is the shaitans, and then obviously it gives a bad taste, you see. So this is what happened. And then the Prophet ﷺ used to read that, sit in the etikaf in the mosque, in the Masjid Nabi, and his house, and his, not house, just a room was next to the Masjid Nabi. Yes. So he etikaf, and there was a kind of like a sheet, at that time, just like people have sheets in the mosque when they sit at the kaf. So he was sheet, and he was reading tahajjud namaz. Yes. And there were companions in the mosque, right? So he was reading it, so they started following him, because he used to recite, and they mesmerizing voice, and they just loved it. So they stood, in a line, and when he bowed down, they bowed down. It was a sheet. Okay, there's no Taraweeh, the Prophet ﷺ said in the Musalla. No, this, you need to understand this clearly. These Maulvis never tell you. They all, keep themselves. But I tell you the truth for you, because you deserve it to know. So then they stood in a line, and the next day they said, oh, it was such a good thing. Then other companions came. The Prophet ﷺ realized the next day, then he actually went inside, right, and read it there, so that people don't make it as a like a compulsory thing. Okay, so there was no Jamaat. So then there was nothing. This is Tahajjud Namaz, Taraweeh, that they call. Used The Prophet ﷺ read it. The companions used to read during Abu Bakr's time. No Taraweeh, nothing. During Umar's time, Umar was 10 years. During his 5 years, nothing. During what time? He used to like walk at night, at the middle of the night, 2 o'clock, Tahajjud time, and he was passing through the mosque of, Masjid al-Nafi, and he saw the companions, reading different in one group there with the Imam, like, they're following the Prophet, and then other one. And then he said it would be better if you have one Imam, and in the end, if you look at this, he says the best namaz is that what you do at night at home alone. And he never read Tarawih. No companions, Khulafa Rashid, Umar bin Khattab, Usman Ghani, Hazrat Ali Karmala Waju, they never read it in the mosque or even lead prayers. So he just started, yes, and it was a Nafli Ibadat. Then they were used to read 100 ayats, and they said that they're tired. And they say it's Nafli Ibadat, just extend it to 12, then 16, then 20. That's it. Okay, and now they read it, and obviously it's become a tradition, and yes, it has become a tradition, and so on forth. You see, okay, even the Hadiths, they don't follow the Prophet ﷺ because he read it in the Tahajjud time. So if they're following it really, they should go 8 o'clock. But since because they, I mean, sorry, they read eight tarawis, and they should read at 2 o'clock, in like in Mecca. The Tahajjud namaz is done at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. But tarawis, because it become a tradition, and it's like people recite the Quran, and people old, young, other people come in and join. It's kind of a tradition, and that's how the Tarawis came about. Okay, so that was just a minor issue, minor aside. I told you the story. So this is what it is all about. The 27th night is not the night. It may happen every year, consistent 3 times, but it is not. It rotates, and you should really, you don't have to do too much and wake up all night. Just do the Hajjat, and that which I do, and mashallah, my kids, whenever they find time, is 8 rakats we do the Hajjat, and three with us, and that's 11. That's what the Prophet ﷺ. Sunnah is when I'm home. When I'm in the mosque, I read 20, because obviously they read 20. I can't read 8. So even at home, sometimes I read 20 when there is time. But mostly I read 8 and 20 as well. But my kids, I tell them to read 8, and that would be enough. Okay, so if you read the Hajjad, or just after Isha, you go to the mosque, and that's fine. That's all, and come home. And if you have time before Seri, you can read it. This is Matla al Fajr. It is stays till up to the namaz, the Fajr, when the Fajr starts. So you ask for Allah's forgiveness. Yes, the Prophet ﷺ's wife Asha Siddiq asked Prophet ﷺ, Ya Rasulullah, when we find Shab Qadr, what shall I do? Prophet ﷺ said, ask Allah's forgiveness. Okay, because if Allah forgiven you, that is the best thing you can get. Okay, you'll go straight to Jannah. Right? That is the best thing people don't realize. And they look for other things, but this is what it is, because if Allah forgiven you, and the next time, next year, you're not won't be, alive. There many people have died, and they will die. Sometimes people die in Ramadan. So this night, or the other nights that have come along with this night of destiny Qadr, is Allah reveals the orders to the angels, and they are executed. So they are done with the risk of the person, his life. Maybe people, be enjoying or everything, or they made plans, but the plans fail. You see, and a lot of people die in accidents, in road accidents. They killed in wars. They're killing, a lot of killings. So this is the turmoil and end of time. It's not, that people should take these nights lightly. So you are lucky if you have time. That's all you need to do. If people, they go to the mosque, read 10 nafal, 20 nafal, 30 nafal. It's just no need for that. Just only you read the Hajjat, and if you can't do that, the best way is that if you go to the mosque, to Isha namaz, and the Prophet ﷺ said that by whoever reads Isha namaz, they get the reward as if they've woken up all night reading nafals half a night, and if they read the Fajr, they will get the reward as if they've done the nafals all night. So on these 10 nights, you can just go to Isha and Fajr, and that's it. You got the Shabi Qadr. That's all it is. It's easy, but your intention should be clear, and ask Allah's forgiveness, and that Allah forgive you. That's it. So that's the night, and that's how I follow it. We, do zikr, read Quran, and whatever you can in your capacity. Yes, and you don't have to look for signs. What it is, it doesn't really matter. This is the night, and you just pray to Allah Kareem. Allah Kareem's every night comes to the lowest heaven, and then you ask for forgiveness, and that Allah keeps you on the straight path, and guide you to the truth. So I hope this has gone a bit too long. I hope you like this video. If you like them, just thumbs up, and if you don't like it, thumbs down. And that's it. And hope you like it. And if you want to keep, pass a comment, then I'll look for it, and I'll answer it. And if any queries you have, all right. And if you like the video in English, then I'll do more. I started in English when the local language Urdu, then the local Mirpuri language, people don't understand. So now I've started English. For this video is dedicated to my kids, and all the kids of my relatives, my sisters, my brothers, close relatives who watch, who are a fan of mine. I just come and dip down and then come back again, because I'm always busy. So thank you so much. Inshallah, hope to see you. I hope you have a nice Eid. And I hope this Ramadan is good for you. And I always pray that Allah don't make my this Ramadan last. Make me, more and more. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ask him. So I do the cooking. So this is the 30th years I've been done cooking. 30 years is a family tradition. My wife used to do it 23 years. Then I've been doing for 7 years. And the kids have been helping me, mashallah. The little ones and everyone, mashallah. And then I pray for them, and that's the 30th years I've done. So I hope, inshallah, I'll start carrying on and do the cooking, and these feasts. People love food, and kids love chocolates and all the drinks. Yes, they don't like roti. If I want, if they want to punish them, I said I'm going to give you to roti, and they said no, 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 we don't know roti. Okay. So thank you so much. Inshallah, you enjoy your Eid, and hope you have a rest of the Ramadan, a peaceful one. And thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.